What's going on, everyone? I know I wanted to create this video because I know a lot of times when we think of Middle Eastern fragrances, there's just so many out on the market, and it's hard to distinguish between the different types of qualities within these Middle Eastern houses. And I thought today I should do a video breaking down the different houses and giving my opinion from what I have, what is the highest in quality. So it's almost like a breakdown of my top 10 Middle Eastern houses, and just going to give you my opinion on them. So I want to start off by doing two honorable mentions, and that is one of them is from the House of Lattafa. Lattafa is still making fragrances, but they didn't make the top 10, to be honest with you. And I was a little disappointed with them because, especially for men, I just felt like Lattafa didn't really, bring anything of heat, to the market. Yes, I know there's a couple of them, but I'm just saying overall, I just felt Lattafa in 2025, especially, they didn't have a strong presence, and there was nothing really there that really intrigued me. So they didn't make my top 10, but they did make my honorable mention. Okay, starting off with my list of top 10 Middle Eastern fragrance houses. This house you may not be familiar with, but it's a really, really good house. And it starts off with number 10, and that is the house called Anfar. Anfar, Anfar. Now, this house, the quality that they bring to the market is really, really good. There's another Anfar fragrance I had. It was called Midnight Frost, and I love that fragrance. But unfortunately, I have family that comes over, and I told one of my family members, go downstairs, pick anything you like. He went through a bunch of my fragrances, and that was the one he picked, so I don't have it with me to show you. But that fragrance from Anfar, top notch. So number 10 would be Anfar. Moving on. This sounds a little familiar. It sounds similar to Anfar, but it's called Afnan. And that brings in my number 9 fragrance house. Afnan is known for 9 p.m., Rare Reef. If you want to go old school, Anfar is also known for Tarathi. Last year they brought out Tarathi Electric. So they also have the whole Supremacy line in Afnan. So they rank, for me, number 9. Okay, moving on. Number 8, we have the House of Rasasi. The House of Rasasi. You guys know Rasasi Ice, or I should say Hawas Ice by Rasasi. This fragrance right here, I mean, look at it. For me to have a fragrance and have a dent this big, you already know. So, the reason why Rasasi is not higher on my list is because they keep flanking the Hawas line, and I don't know, maybe it's just me, but it's just getting a little boring. So I really want them to come up with something, a little bit more different, a little bit more unique, but still they ranked high, and they ranked number 8. Number 7 on my list of Middle Eastern houses is French Avenue. Now, I love French Avenue and what they're bringing to the table. Liquid Brun was a really big hit last year. This is just one of my favorite fragrances, Spectra Ghost. So French Avenue at number 7, I feel like that's solid. Moving on to number 6 is Al Haramain. Now, Al Haramain is known for their oud line, right? The amber oud. And this fragrance right here, the Dubai, Aqua Dubai, I have a dent already in it, and I just bought me another box. That's how much I love this fragrance. So Al Haramain, I feel like they bring high quality to the table, and they rank number 6. Number 5 on my list is none other than Armaf. Armaf Bling at the end of last year was such a big hit. And this line, this Odyssey line, I feel is so underrated, but it's so good. You know what I mean? And they're bringing something different. Their line is very diverse. So I really appreciate Armaf, and I also like the quality that they bring. Usually, if it's stamped with Armaf, you're gonna get high quality. Okay, Now, this top four that we're moving on to was very difficult and very hard for me to put it in order because I think, it's just top tier, these next four houses. But I had to put it in some kind of order for you guys. And for me, number four is the house Rayhan. Now, Rayhan, right now, I know they got even more coming to the market. And I really appreciate what they're doing. The quality of their juices, I feel like Rayhan is just stepping it up. I have a couple of fragrances that are en route to me. The Obsidian and some of the other ones that just released. But I love what Rayhan is doing. I love that they keep putting out banger after banger after banger. So Rayhan for me ranks number four. Okay, moving on to number three. And number three is none other than, one of my favorite houses right now. And that is Cod Lodge. Cod Lodge. So we have the, let me just settle this for you. The Cod Lodge Island Dreams. No, I'm sorry. The Cod Lodge Island line. And then over here, I have the Shiaka line. And these are, all four of these are so good. I love what Cod Lodge is doing, especially in the women's line as well. They're just bringing out a lot of heat. And I felt like 2025 was such a big year for Cod Lodge that I just really appreciated that brand. So for me, they rank number three. To be honest with you, Rayhan, Cod Lodge, it could have gone either way, but that was my order. Now we're moving on to my top two. And number two, I review almost all of their fragrances on my channel, and that is Arabiat Prestige. Arabiat Prestige goes for number two. I just feel like when it comes to quality of the juices, right? Arabiat Prestige is just bringing the heat. And you could tell the difference when you smell an Arabiat Prestige fragrance. The quality of the juices, whatever they're doing, the oils they're using, is just top notch. And I just really appreciate some of the dupes that they made, how close they come. Sometimes they put twists on them. And for me, Arabiat Prestige for most of 2025 was number one for me. But this next house really just, dominated in my, fragrance house. And that is none other than Maison Azra. Maison Azra. And this line right here, I told you, man, these two are just straight bangers. But this one right here, the Legacy line is, I guess it's called the Royal Collection. This right here, I think they also have Majesty. It's just really, really, they're bringing it. And for me, this house, Maison Azra, was the number one house for 2025 for me. I just felt like everything I smelled from them, even the ones I didn't buy it, but, I was able to put my nose to it. It was just hit after hit after hit. The quality of juices, I don't think any other house does the quality as high as Maison Azra. I think they even also have like their own fragrances that are not even dupes. You know what I mean? Like the interpretation is done so well, or the inspo is done so well, it almost makes it like it's its own fragrance, and it makes the original obsolete. So I really love that house. So let me just recap for you. The honorable mention was Lattafa. I still love that OG, and I really love the fragrances that they still bring out for women. But they didn't make my top 10. But I still want to, give the OG some love. Number 10 was Anfar. Number 9 was Afnan. Number 8 was Rasasi. 7 was French Avenue. 6 was Al Haramain. 5 was Armaf. 4 was Rayhan. 3 was Cod Lodge. And 2 was Arabiat Prestige. And my number one house for the Middle Eastern fragrances, guys, if you can't pick that up, and that is Maison Azra. All right, this is Joe from the Fragrance House, from the Fragrance Den, and I hope you appreciate this video, just breaking down these Middle Eastern houses, and that way when you see them on the shelves, and you could recognize the name, you could kind of put it in order and say, hey, this was that fragrance house that Joe was really glazing, and I hope it helps you when you go out shopping. All right, guys, I'll see you on the next video. This is Joe from the Fragrance Den. I'm out.